Let's take a break and discover a new lifestyle tip here on Perk Your Heart. My name is Sarah and I'm delighted to welcome on our show an HR Plantita who will be sharing her interesting story. She is a passion project advocate, a homeschooling mom, the co-founder of Women Supporting Women Philippines, another project born out of the pandemic, and the chief executive igniter of People Ignite, JV Wong. Hi, JV. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Sarah. Hi, everyone from the People Manager on Cam. I am super elated, excited to be here. I'm super proud of you because I know that People Manager on Cam is also born out of the pandemic.
Yes, we're excited to have you here, JV. And I heard that you have a passion project that revolves around plants. We want to know, have you always been a plantita, JV?
A lot of people think that I started my journey of plants during the pandemic, but just a trivia, I've been taking care of plants 4 years back. 4 years back.
Wow, all right.
But it only because of the pandemic that it surged. The interest of
Mhm.
taking plants surged and the prices surged high as well.
Yeah, true. Can you share with us more about this passion project, JV?
Okay, I would love to share with you how it all started. I became a passion project advocate at the end of 2020, and I realized that the pandemic should never be seen as a curse, but it should be seen as a window of opportunities where we can grow. Hence, I became a passion project advocate.
Mhm.
So, as a passion project advocate, typically I would remind everybody that, hey, marami ka ng ginagawa. There are so
Mhm.
many roles that you are juggling and struggling with already. So you have to consider first all of the roles and responsibilities that you have. Here you will see that on the upper left, I take care of Women Supporting Women
Mhm.
Philippines. And at the bottom left, I also was a charity athlete before the pandemic. Hopefully, after the pandemic, I can proceed with that again. On the lower right, I do work in People Ignite as a facilitator. On the upper right, I'm a homeschooling mom. And what we're going to talk about today is the one in the middle, which is I'm a W Botanica or a plant advocate. Yan. So, ang dami, Sarah.
Mm. Oo nga.
Ang daming roles,
Ang
right?
daming roles. Oo.
And zeroing in on the W Botanica story,
Mhm.
it all started with ano bang pwede kong gawin dahil dumadami na yung mga halaman sa bahay namin. And so, when we talk about the W Botanica story, it has to start from a purpose. And that purpose is
Mhm.
we nurture nature one pot at a time. I was sharing
Love
with
that.
Sarah, yes, I was sharing with
Mhm.
Sarah, you don't need an entire garden or an entire hacienda to say that you are a legit plantita or plantito. You know, honestly, just the fact that you have one potted plant and given to you by a friend, it is already starting your green journey. Okay, so let's
Mhm.
talk about the green journey and look at this picture. I started with one
Love this.
potted plant and then we started counting our species. It became 20, and the highest count that I had is more than 100 species staying in
Wow.
our house. And because of that, we said, why not we put together W Botanica. If you have Instagram, kindly follow us on our green journey. We
Mhm.
collect, we
Mhm.
nurture, and we sell plants. In fact, some of our friends are saying, "Do you sell plants? Can I have some of your plants?" So that's how it all started, and the W Botanica is growing as I speak. And talking about growth, I feel very joyful when adoptive plant parents will come to me and say, happy ako dun sa plant na kinuha namin sa
Mhm.
inyo, nag-acclimate siya, nag-adjust siya sa condo namin.
Mhm.
So I'm just elated when I'm able to help others. Now, when you talk about helping, we started W Botanica December 2020. And by January 5, 2020, we realized we already released a total of 178 potted plants to
Wow.
different people. And
Mhm.
Sarah, I shared this with you ahead of time. Today, we must have released 1,700
Wow.
potted plants nationwide. And
Amazing,
so,
amazing.
yes, and I'm sharing with you that it all started with an interest of taking one pot of plant. Now, this is a beautiful story because the potted plants that you see, we are or delivering this to medical frontliners, and there's more than 1,000 lucky bamboo plants that we deliver to medical frontliners in partnership with a pharma company that I cannot mention
Mhm.
right now. And
Mhm.
so, from a single potted plant to a few species and to 1,000, never, never underestimate the power of your passion and interest. Yan si Sarah, mahilig siya mag-ukulele playing. So,
Yes, that's a passion.
that's a passion and
A
it can
passion.
turn into a passion project. So, I'm just showing them, Sarah, some
Mhm.
of the species that I love.
Beautiful, beautiful flowers. I think I know the bottom most left plant.
The bottom left, right?
Yep.
Sige. So, well, pag-usapan natin itong mga
Sure.
favorite species ko, right? So,
Mhm.
the one on the upper left is actually a Calathea doti prayer plant. And
Mhm.
sabi nga ni Sarah, may mga prayer plants. Yes.
Okay.
And Sarah, there are collectors of prayer plants. And they're considered prayer plants because at night, their leaves go up as if praying. And in the morning, their leaves go down. Galing, no?
Ah, ganda.
So the one in the middle here is Oxalis triangularis, or we call
Mhm.
them butterfly plants. Parang lumilipad.
Mukha nga, yes.
The one on the
Mm,
upper right is
mhm.
Caladium heart of Jesus, one of my favorite species. Sobrang nice, right? But
Mhm.
this is an outdoor plant. The need of
Okay.
an indoor plant is different, a bit different
Mhm.
from the need of an outdoor plant.
Mhm.
Now,
Mhm.
the one on the bottom right is a fiddle fig tree, which is a
Mhm.
darling on Instagram.
Yes.
And the one here in the middle bottom, is another prayer plant called Calathea peacock. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
Sarah, you said you know this plant on the lower left. Would you like to
Yes.
guess it?
It's a monstera. Yay!
Yay! Now, take note, there are many subspecies of Monstera, and
Okay.
this is
Mhm.
what you call the Monstera deliciosa. You know, Sarah,
Mhm.
before the pandemic, this exact plant, you can get
Mhm.
this for about 800 to 1,000, no? But
Mhm.
today, Monstera deliciosas, especially with the holes within the leaves, will range
Mhm.
from 3,500 to even 9,000 pesos. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Nags
expensive.
nag-surge talaga yung prices ng plants
Mm.
during the
Mm.
pandemic. Yep. And
Mhm.
there go some of my favorite species.
Oh, how do you take care of your plants, JV? Do you have any tips and techniques for our startup plantitos and plantitos out there?
All right. Thanks. I like that question.
Mm.
Number one, throw the mindset that you have a black thumb. Okay. I
Mhm.
thought I thought I had one and I was wrong. Every
Mhm.
person can take care of a plant. And if they die, life cycle, and then you learn from that process, right?
Mhm.
And then the second one is general principle. If the leaves are drying on the edges, you might be underwatering them, but if the leaves are entirely yellowing, then you are overwatering them or lacking in sun. Now,
Mhm.
last is TLC, or tender loving care.
Mm.
Never overwater, never underwater, but just give them the right kind of care. That's it.
I like the TLC, hindi lang sa tao, syempre pati sa plants din, and animals of course, 'di ba, JV?
Yep, yep, you're
Okay,
right.
thank you so much for sharing this passion project of yours, truly inspiring and empowering. Do you have any message for our viewers who would like to start a passion project themselves?
All right, there are three important elements and one non negotiable on starting anything. The first one is find where you're passionate about. Number two, never underestimate preparation and thorough planning. Number three is kailangan masipag ka. Tinuro yan
Mm.
ng nanay at tatay ko.
Yes.
At kapag masipag ka, you will flourish. But take note, the most important non negotiable is with whatever you do, you should know your mission. And my personal mission in anything that I do is to help others smile today. Remember, that is your non negotiable. That's it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Again, thank you so much, JB. And this has been Sarah Tapel, and back to you, Joanne.